Hello everybody, today I'm going to be taking a look at Goblin King Games Moonstone, and it's another one of the big characters, Ribald the Ogre. Alrighty then, so taking a look at Ribald for Moonstone. He went together precisely as I expected. No major issues. There was a fair bit of mold line or seam line on his little goblin firer, but that cleaned off fairly quickly. I could go back and do a bit more of a buff out with a file or a bit of wire wool. But Ribald himself went together very easily. It was just the two arms to go on. As you can see, he's got that sort of staggered walk. One foot in front of the other, taking his time and plodding along. So, very nice model. You may notice he does not have his cannon on yet. His cannon will just fit on the end of that plug and then glues back onto the head. Now, I think because the feet tuck tightly into the back of the armour, put the goblin on first, and then if you need to, you can trim down that handle that goes into the back of the fire pot, so you're not having to worry about accidentally gluing it too far back and pushing the goblin off or not being able to seat him correctly, because resin does not like being glued and unglued. Looking at his card, here we see Ribald is a goblin and a troll, and the Dominion sign there, so you know what troops can take him. He has a 2-inch range and a melee of 2, an arcane of 3 and an evade of 2, so any ranged coming in will suffer the penalties from that. He is slow, probably because he's got a cannon on his head, so he's only moving 2 inches. Ironclad knuckles. He reduces damage dealt to 0, or not to 0, sorry, to none. And there's a reason that's not a 0, because sometimes you can get bonuses, so if you've got a 0 you can still add on. If it's this restricted sign, the dash through it, it means you're never dealing damage. If this character deals impact damage though, you increase it by 2. So don't want to be doing slicing or piercing melee damage, you want to be punching. He reduces all non-magical damage suffered by -1 because of his armour, and he also has this fire cannonball. So a target suffers 3x -1 impact damage and is moved X inches away, and on catastrophe the model suffers 3 wounds, and all models within 2 inches suffer 3 damage and are moved 1 inch away. See here he only generates 2 energy for his health pool, although his health pool is massive and runs right to left, so as it diminishes, the amount of attacks or amount of energy generated reduces, but still very effective. His signature move is on a high guard, and his signature move is short fuse. So you deal nothing, but in the end step effect, the model suffers 3 wounds, and all other models within 2 inches suffer 3 magical damage and are moved 1 inch away. So if somebody's attempting to swamp you, then you can go for the short fuse instead, and just take the hit to spread out the attacks that are incoming. So that is Ribald and his Goblin Gunner. So there we have it, a Dominion character you do not want to upset because he has a very short fuse. Let me know what you think below, but I have to say, every time they release a figure, I'm always blown away by it. And even though this is one of the older sculpts, I still think it really stands up to all of the newer ones. They've got that really consistent theme running through them of quality sculpts and really interesting rules as well to play your games. So let me know what you think of Ribald and Moonstone, and whether you plan on playing the Dominion faction. Until next time, bye bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.